Well, anyway, let's start with you. How was your meditation, and do you want to talk about how you did on the test,
Doug, right?
Marley?
Oh, how did I do on the test? Oh, I don't know. It didn't sound like they thought I was very mindful. So
What
I
do
guess
they
I have
know?
work to do.
So, how was your meditation in the last fortnight?
um, good. I try to drop into it whenever I can. You know, when my mind is ready to pretty much stop all the thinking I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
So I haven't found a time as much as just a mood that
Uh-huh.
now I'm gonna relax and get all these things out of my mind. I watch various YouTube videos, and at some point in time, I must have typed meditation in because I'm getting all kinds of suggestions for meditation.
Yes.
Eckhart Tolle.
Uh-huh.
I've listened to a couple of his things, and then someone else, but it was like 45 minutes long, and I didn't listen to the whole thing. But
Right.
I don't want to confuse a lot of my thinking to compete with your ideas. So,
Right. So, what I would suggest, particularly if you're looking for YouTube videos, look for mindfulness.
mhm.
And the stuff that I'm teaching is still pretty mainstream. So,
Okay.
any of those I think would be worthwhile.
Mhm.
And, sometimes for me, even it's good to listen to them because different people have different approaches to some of the details, and you can still learn from them and give some other ideas about how to practice.
Yeah. The one guy, and I'm sorry I can't remember his name, was talking about it seemed like really separating your mind from your body, which is a little different because I was so into this mind body connection.
Mhm.
But if you keep your body really still, it is kind of like forgetting about your body.
Mhm. And
So,
certainly there's a level in meditation that they talk about as the witness, which is standing back from both your mind and your body.
wow. Hmm.
So that's a fairly deep stage. And that's a thing that I'm not dealing with much here because it is kind of more advanced than we are as a group.
Yes, yes, that would be.
Anyway, how about you, Doug? How's it been? How was your test?
Oh, well, I took the test and I don't know, I guess I did okay. My score was better than most of my high school test scores were. So, so um, um, it was an interesting test. And
Uh-huh.
and I watched a video after that of meditation, and that was interesting too from that website.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. And, that test, I think, is part of the utility of it is just to give you a chance to look at yourself and see how you're doing. And I'd felt that was useful.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, good. How's your meditation been, Doug?
It's been pretty good. I've been doing it most every day. Today I haven't meditated yet, so I'm looking forward to
Okay. Well, it's okay when we have these meditation sessions for you not to meditate.
it.
Usually Carol and I meditate late in the afternoon, and when we have this session, we feel like we already did it, so we don't need to do it again.
All right.
Don't want to have too much peace in our life.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do it too much. No.
That's right. I don't want to be too happy. I already have trouble that way. Okay, how about you, Carol?
Nothing to report. Did I take that test, Richard? Did we talk about it? Because
We didn't talk about it.
I don't even remember anything about it.
I think you're not on the mailing list.
Oh, okay. That's the reason,
No.
because I never heard of it.
Okay, now blame it on me. I'll send you the
Yeah, okay.
test.
And meditation was great. Was fine. I'm glad we're doing it regularly.
Okay. And again, meditation seems a lot better if you actually do it instead of think about it. That's one of the rules of this, I think.
So they say.
Isn't that true with about everything in life, Richard?
I think so. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But okay, Cheryl, since you're the wise one now, how was your meditation and did you take the test?
I took the test. I did a little better than I thought I would. In the high school grading scheme, I think probably a solid C plus. I have been meditating pretty regularly for about a week. I was away for 5 days after Christmas. I did not meditate at all during that time. Yeah.
Okay. But still, when you're back in your life is at its normal order, that is something that is part of your regular life. It's what it seems to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Very good. And since you've been staying with this thing from the beginning, then you've been meditating regularly now for more than 3/4 of a year.
Yes.
So I don't
Great.
give out, it's not like AA, I don't give out little badges. Maybe I should.
Oh, a little gold star.
Okay. I don't know how to give virtual gold stars.
Oh,
I'll have to check to see if there is a Zoom add-on that lets me give you gold stars.
I'm sure there's some kindergarten teacher from the last 2 years who knows how to do that.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. Anyway, then let us proceed with our activities for today. And of course, we'll start with a little mindfulness meditation, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. Feel your breath in and out, fully receive whatever is experienced, and then let it go. All right. Now, uh, the you can use noise, for your mindfulness meditation. I hadn't planned to talk about this, but with the hammers in the background, dogs barking, I thought it could be appropriate. So just the way I deal with the noise is to open up to it, let myself feel how that noise makes my body feel. I find it does. I have an internal reaction to the sound of the hammer and to the dog. And so while it's going on, I feel what's going on and then, just let it go when it's over. Uh, the earliest thing I ever read about neuroscientists working with meditators was something before the days of the MRI, where they do all the work now, but was uh, a neuroscientist used one of those little party clickers. I think they call them crickets, where you can uh, push it down and it makes a noise. And they tried it with uh, Buddhist monks and with Buddhist masters. And what they found with the Buddhist monks is they would continue to click it at regular intervals, and they were just using EEGs. They didn't have the EKGs like they have now, so they were using each, whatever it is of the brain, and watching brain waves, and they would see that after a while, with the monk, his brain would start to extinguish his reaction to the sound, and after an hour, he wouldn't hear it anymore. And they tried it with the masters, and what they found was different. The masters would react the same every time the cricket was clicked, and it didn't matter if it was 2 minutes or 10 minutes or an hour. He would still be open to it and reacting to it. And I think that says something about how to deal with that. And it's not to close yourself off to it, but it is to open yourself up to it and use it as just another way to be able to look at yourself and how you respond to things. Okay, so that was not intended, but it seemed appropriate for the moment. And now today, what I wanted to talk about was letting go. And this seems appropriate for the new year. At this time of year, people commonly look to the new year with anticipation and often plans and resolutions for the upcoming year. To really bring in the new year, we have to move past the old. We can't do it if we still hold on to it. When I took Earhart Seminar training about 50 years ago, they said that there are two kinds of experiences those that we have finished and the other ones, those experiences that are complete and those which we have not yet completed. These are the ones that we haven't let go of. The incomplete experiences are a real issue for the aliveness that you can feel today at this moment. Do you remember when you were a kid holding your breath to avoid some feeling? This is natural to children. We learn that we can manipulate our feelings by controlling our breath. And this is just the start of these incomplete experiences. We try to hold them in so we don't feel the pain or the anger or the emotional hurt. In this process of mindfulness, we try to deal with things like this by the instruction, fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. That's the cycle. Bring it into your experience. Notice it. Feel it throughout your body. And then let it go. What you don't let go builds up in your mind and body. What you don't let go takes your life's energy to hold it back. If hold on becomes like an inner barrier, uh, some kind of inner deformity, like in this Zen story. Mokazan visited a woman who was stuck in her life, and he showed her his clenched fist before her face. "What do you mean by that?" asked the surprised woman. "Suppose my fist was always like that, what would you call it?" "Deformed," replied the woman. Then he opened his hand flat in her face and asked, "Suppose it was always like that, what then?" "Another kind of deformity," she said. "Either wide open or clenched tight. If you keep it this way, you're stuck. Life is a circle. Keep it flowing, open and closed, in and out." When I walked beachcombing with my brother, he would collect things and put them in his pocket. After a while, he would pull out and examine his collection and then throw some back into the ocean. When I asked him why, he said, "Making room for new treasures." So, open and close, in and out, receive and let go. Make room for new treasures. Let go. I'm now going to play a video of guided mindfulness for letting go. So here we go.
Guided Mindfulness Meditation on Acceptance and Letting Go. Allow yourself this time to find a comforting balance and centeredness within yourself. Find a comfortable spot where you can bring focus to your attention for these few minutes. Begin breathing gently in and out. As you start to take notice of your pattern of breathing, just allow your arms and legs to release any tension. Just let gravity pull them gently downward. Feel that gentle breath in and out. Your chest moving up and down slowly and comfortably. And on the next slow breath, just let your limbs relax even further, releasing any of that remaining tension. During this time, you may become especially aware of your senses, the feeling of the surfaces you're touching against, the amount of light in the room. And you will hear detailed sounds that may have otherwise gone unnoticed. And all of these are fine. Just allow yourself to experience these sensations and accept them without judgment. Breathing gently in and out, sitting comfortably. Just take a moment to find the centered feeling of the present moment. And as you become increasingly aware and increasingly centered, you are now open to contemplate the topic of this meditation. Continuing to gently breathe, to raise your awareness, to feel the space around you. We will focus on this concept of accepting and letting go. Take a moment and imagine an incident long in the past that gives you regret. Something that pops into your mind fairly often. Maybe you said something wrong. Maybe you hurt somebody's feelings. Maybe you felt embarrassed by something you did. Whatever it was, think about the amount of time that you have spent thinking back on that time. When you look at it in this context, doesn't it seem like a waste of our energy? Doesn't it seem unnecessary? What does it accomplish for us to relive these moments in the past? The answer is often nothing. Of course, it is always good to be conscious of our mistakes and make situations right when we must. But what we also must learn is how to recognize the beneficial awareness while discarding the useless regret and anxiety that only serves to make us feel bad without resolving anything. As you remain focused on this goal, let us continue to deepen our understanding by maintaining our awareness on my voice and your breath and the space around you. Slowly, gently, in and out. We can learn to accept by living in the present moment. We can learn to let go by living in the now. You can also take this knowledge as it pertains to someone who may have done you wrong. In the same way as you think about how your mind reacts to your own mistakes, use this presence and centeredness to see a clear picture of those who you feel have wronged you. And this will help you to forge a clearer path of how to resolve the situation. And again, mitigate the thoughts that provide no solution and take your mental energy away from peace. And as we continue to focus, gently breathing, we will do a slow countdown, and I'll ask you to repeat these phrases after me, either out loud or in your mind, gently and easily, starting with 5. Awareness of my thoughts. 4. Awareness of the present moment. 3. Letting go of regret. 2. Forgiving others. 1. Acceptance. Continue to remain focused and deeply peaceful as we count down once more. 5. Awareness of my thoughts. 4. Awareness of the present moment. 3. Letting go of regret. 2. Forgiving others. 1. Acceptance. Being aware that the past is the past, and the future is only an idea of what is to come. And take problems step by step, resolving them with a calm and focused approach. Focus on the present moment and learn acceptance and letting go.
All right. And now let's have our final meditation. And notice how your restless mind wants to get up and do something, or race through many thoughts about the things that it wants to do or must get done. Now notice the empty space, the neutral, uninvolved awareness that notices the mind's chaos. Stay with that empty space as long as you can. When you get caught up again in thoughts, notice the space between the thoughts and stay with that as long as you can. All right. Now let's close with a short chant. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. All right. Now, any questions or comments about today's session or the Samadhi movie that I asked you to watch over Christmas?
I thought the Samadhi movie really not explained, but I really got a better sense of the whole non-duality concept.
Good. That's what I was trying to do with that movie. With this meditation that we're doing, there is an enormous range of thought behind it. And I think that movie showed to me one of the real issues that we all have to deal with, and that issue is that this identity that I hold so dear to my heart is all just a bunch of made up stuff. And one of the things that I get from meditation is gradually discovering what the pieces of the reality are beneath all that made up stuff. And for me, the more I find out what is behind my own assumptions of identity, then the happier I am. And so it was actually, from the standpoint of what we're doing, a fairly advanced movie, but I thought you guys were ready for it. Okay. Anything else? Then it's very good to see you all and be with you again. And I'll see you next week. And namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.